Today I'm going to go over the study guide for after 3.5 and 3.6. So 3.5 was unit rate and 3.6 is converting measures. So just remember that the most important thing is make sure that you do everything that the directions are telling you so that you can get full points. So I'm going to do the work on a separate sheet of paper so that so there's more space so that I can show you how I got the answer. So number one, a meal has 423 calories in 3 servings. Find the unit rate and state the units in your answer. So that's 423 calories in 3 servings. Unit means 1, so find how much it is in 1 serving. So the first thing I want to do is to take my 423 and divide by 3 to find out how much 1 is. So we're going to take a 423 and divide by 3 to find out our unit rate and to find out how much 1 serving is. So 3 goes into 4 1 time. 3 times 1 is 3. Subtract, you get 1. Bring down your 2. 3 goes into 12 4 times. 3 times 4 is 12. Subtract, you get 0. Don't forget to bring down your 3. 3 goes into 3 1 time, and 1 times 3 is 3, and that gives you 0. So that means there are 141 calories in 1 serving. So on my paper, I know that 423 calories is in 3 servings. And they're asking how many calories in 1 serving. So since I did the division, the long division, and I got 141, that means there are 141 calories in 1 serving. In your answer, all you have to do is kind of state this right here. This would be your answer, 141 calories per serving. You can do the slash. You can also do this. You can write it like that. That also means calories. You can even write the word per. That also means per. So this is per, this is per, and this is per. So in your answer box, you're just going to state 141 calories, and you can just do the slash per 1 serving. So that's number 1. Just dividing and finding the unit rate. Let's look at number 2. So number 2, it says, you earn $56 for washing 8 cars. How much do you earn for washing 3 cars? Again, this is a unit rate problem. So the first thing I want to do is to think, okay, well, I have 56 and 8. So I know that I'm going to be washing I'm going to get $56 for 8 cars. So my unit rate is just 56 divided by 8, simple mental math. And we know that you're going to get $7 for 1 car. But we're not done, because it asks how much do you earn for washing 3 cars. Well, I take my $7 and I multiply by 3, and that gives me $21 for washing 3 cars. So in my answer, I'm going to put $21 per 3 cars. And that's good enough for this question. It's just a 2-part question. Make sure that you answer both of them. Now let's look at number 3. Number 3 is conversions. And on the quiz, you're going to be allowed to use your conversion chart, so make sure that you bring that with you. For this one, feet and yards, that's our U.S. customary system. So I'm just going to leave it up here. So 21 feet, and they says equals how many yards? Well, the U.S. customary system tells us that there are 3 feet. I'm going to go to my unit rate in 1 yard. So if there are 3 feet in 1 yard, that means I'm going to find my unit rate, which is basically I'm dividing by 7, because I know that 21 divided by 7 is 3. So if there are 3 feet in 1 yard, then there are 7 yards in 21 feet. So I'm multiplying by 7. The next problem talks about kilograms and grams. So that is the metric system. And I've explained to the kids that that the metric system is used all over the world, so it is important for us to know the conversion. I've talked to them also about, we use this acronym, King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. And basically that stands for kilo, hecto, decto, unit, deca, centi, and milli. So the unit is going to be either liters, meters, or grams. And they can use their conversion chart so they have it. So if I look at this 6.4 kilograms, 6.4 kilograms is here, 6.4. And I want to move to grams. So I'm moving this way. I want to get to grams. Here's my grams. We count the decimal place and we move our decimal over because we're really multiplying by tens in base 10. So from here to here, so let's say we're at kilo, 1, 2, 3. So that means 1, 2, 3. And in place of the 64, I'm going to place zeros. So in my answer, 6.4 kilograms equals 6,400 grams. Now let's look at milliliters to liters. We're going to use the same concept. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go and I'm going to put my King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. And if you have 510 milliliters and you are going to liters, so the milliliters now is here. Here's my 510. The decimal point is at the end. And I need to move all the way to my unit liter. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I take my decimal and I move it 1, 2, 3. And we put a 0 in place of it. So for this answer, it is 0.51. This 0 doesn't really have value because some students ask me, can I just put 0.51? And that equals the same thing, but it is good practice to place your 0. All right, let's look at our next problem. Number 6. So for this one it says, you run 21 laps in 7 minutes and your friend runs 36 laps in 9 minutes. All right, so find the unit rates and decide if they're equivalent. Two parts to this question. Okay, so you run 21 laps in 7 minutes. So kind of picture yourself that you're running 21 laps around the school or around a track in 7 minutes. And your friend runs 36 laps in 9 minutes. The first step asked you to do is to find the unit rate. So let's do that first. So 21 laps in 7 minutes. 21 divided by 7 is 3. So that means you ran 3 laps in 1 minute. And 36 laps in 9 minutes. 36 divided by 9 equals 4 laps in 1 minute. So we found the unit rate. You ran 3 laps in 1 minute. Your friend ran 4 laps in 1 minute. Then it asks, decide if they are equivalent. Well, if you ran 3 laps and your friend lapped 4 laps in 1 minute, are they equivalent? No, they are not equivalent. So in your answer, you're just going to say no, not equivalent. So there's two parts. You're going to show, to get full credit, you're going to show the unit rate for each like we did, and then you're going to decide whether they are equivalent or not. Okay, last question. It says you're traveling in a car and your speed is 35 miles per hour. So you are traveling 35 miles per hour. What is your speed in feet per hour? So that's two different units. What is your speed in feet per hour? The first step you want to do is, remember, go to your unit rate. Well, 1 mile, and you will have this on your conversion chart, equals 5,280 feet. If 1 mile equals 5,280 feet, we want to know how much 35 miles equals in feet. When you look at this and you look at your unit rate, you know that you had to get to 1 to 35, you multiplied by 35. So 1 times 35 equals 35. What you do to one side, you do to the other. That means I have to take my 5,280 and I have to multiply by 35. So let's do that. 5,280 times 35. And you just do your basic multiplication. 0 times 5 is 0. 8 times 5 is 40. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 4 is 14. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 1 is 26. Now I'm going to multiply by my tens place, so I'm going to put a placeholder. And 0 times 3 is 0. 8 times 3 is 24. 2 times 3 is 6, plus the 2 is 8. And I'm going kind of fast. And 5 times 3 is 15. So now you're going to add them. 0, 0, 8. 6 plus 8 is 14. Carry the 1. 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8, and 1. All right, so for my answer, 184,800, my answer is going to be in the unit that I'm asking. So I'm asking how many miles is 35 miles per feet per hour. So it is 184,800 feet per hour. And that's it. So you're putting your answer in the box. And that's about it. You need your conversion